While the world is pacing towards embracing green mobility and electric cars, the Switzerland government is planning to put a temporary ban on electric vehicles in a bid to conserve energy and deal with power crisis during the upcoming harsh winters, as per Telegraph report. The country, which generates majority of its energy from hydroelectric power stations, is dependent on energy inputs during the colder months. The restrictions and prohibitions of the use of electric energy serves as a foundation for these reports, highlighting restrictions on EVs in Switzerland. But the country has not yet put a ban on EVs as of yet, has only developed emergency plans to prepare for energy crisis in the winter. Hydroelectric power accounts for 60% of energy in Switzerland. The proposed ban is one of the several stringent measures aimed at averting energy crisis during the winter, owing to the country's reliance on imports to get through the colder months. Other measures may include limiting the heating of public buildings to no more than 20 degrees Celsius. It may also request that citizens limit the temperature of their washing machines to a maximum of 40 degrees Celsius. As water resources freeze up during the winter, it becomes difficult to produce more energy, and the country depends upon its reserves to survive during the season. Moreover, restrictions on electric mobility would kick in only in the third stage. According to the draft prepared by the Swiss Federal Council, private use of electric cars is only permitted for absolute necessary journeys. This is a reminder that this would be the standard operating procedure in case of energy crisis escalates to level 3. If situation worsens, shops in Switzerland would be forced to close to 2 hours earlier. Switzerland's government removed tax exemptions for electric vehicles from next year, as it deems that the incentives are no longer necessary. With this measure, Switzerland wants to address the decline in tax receipts and ensure continued funding for highways and public transport. The government said in a statement on Wednesday that electric cars will be subjected to the same tax legislation as fossil fuel vehicles. The proposal is putting a chill on tax saves for electric cars, jeopardizing the sector's prospects of reaching targets for reducing carbon emissions. A survey among its members has shown that the market share of electric cars and plug-in hybrids could rise over 50% from 2025. The takeaway here is simple. EVs are currently being used by some as a one-stop solution for every country to reach its net zero carbon emission goals by 2070. However, as many experts have pointed out, that this is not the case. In fact, the future of mobility depends on several kinds of factors, and these solutions suit a country based on its geographical locations, energy resources, and domestic resources. While pure EVs might be a perfect solution for countries that predominantly utilize renewable energy, for other countries such as India, Japan, and Switzerland, hybrid electric vehicles are more suitable for the short-term and mid-term kind of dependence. Clearly, EVs are the next big step in the world of mobility, and they're still far off from mass adoption across geographies like oil is, in terms of improving combustion efficiency and having an immediate impact around the world. We think there is going to be a mix of hybrids and other technologies going forward. A growing share of pure EVs will help out, but it also makes a lot of sense to accelerate low carbon emissions and alternative fuels like ethanol. As the number of electric cars on the roads increases, there might be concerns about capacity of existing recycling
and most of this
facilities
mining
to
isn't
handle
done
the
in the
disposal
US.
of these used
American
batteries.
regulations make it
Policymakers
nearly
will be exploring
impossible.
ways to manage
So
the
it's
end of this
done
life
other
phase
places,
of electric vehicle
polluting
batteries
those
responsibly.
countries. And worse,
Possibility of
ingredients
leading
in
to
batteries
discussions
are
about
mined in
temporary
places
ban
comes
until
from
more
fossil
sustainable
fuel,
recycling
natural
solutions
gas,
are in
and
place.
coal. Just 12% comes from wind and solar. Yet auto companies tell us
electric vehicles in general are better and more sustainable for the environment.
she's affording